Equipped with solar panels, water filtration, and waste management systems, this revolutionary dwelling promises the freedom to park deep in the wilderness and live completely independent, less expensive than many used vehicles on the market today, and roughly $12,000. The structure itself provides 25 square meters, 269 square feet of living space, construct 18 to 25 degrees Celsius range, even when external temperatures fluctuate between minus 10 degrees Celsius and 40 degrees Celsius. This system generates approximately 12 to 15 kilowatt hours daily in moderate sunlight conditions, engineered to meet the energy with approximately 500-liter capacity, enough for 5 to 7 days of conservative use, ensuring clean, potable water that exceeds most municipal standards. This system consumes just 3 watts of power while operating and eliminates the need for traditional plumbing connections or septic systems with the Tesla Energy Control Hub, a dedicated smartphone application that provides reserves and system performance metrics. Notably absent from the package are internet connectivity, requiring separate Starlink. Fundamental question that potential owners must address. Meant 7,997 tiny house. If this sounds like the kind of freedom you'd actually try, then share your research showing the world that off-grid living isn't just for the rich. 2. Where do you put your Tesla tiny house when you don't own land? The 3 real options you need to consider, meaningless without addressing the land equation. And there are 3 distinct pathways forward. The first viable option involves New Mexico and Utah offer relatively lenient policies for tiny home placement, provided you meet basic environmental requirements, costing between $5,000 and $12,000, found for as little as $3,000, while similar more remote parcels in eastern Utah can be acquired for approximately. Even in these less regulated rural areas, you'll likely face permit application costs. Arizona jurisdictions average $1,200 to $2,500. Tesla tiny houses with pre-installed infrastructure enhancements, including expanded and Starlink internet connectivity, offering 100 to 200 megabits per second download speeds. The communities function essentially as next-generation tiny home parks with turnkey installation and shared, typically limiting stays to between 14 days in national forest lands and up to 30 days in some county-managed areas before requiring relocation of at least 25 miles. The approach requires approximately 6 to 8 different sites annually to maintain compliance, translating to roughly. Each approach presents distinct financial and practical, which undercuts with the Tesla tiny house. Is the freedom worth the hidden expenses? While Tesla's $7,997 package includes foundations for these systems, the reality demands careful. However, this setup falls significantly short for energy-intensive appliances like air conditioners, electric heaters, or for an additional 2.5 kilowatt-hours of storage compared to traditional off-grid systems required 500-liter collection and graphene filtration system, processing 2.5 liters per minute, additional storage capacity in the form of a 1,000-liter supplementary tank, costs approximately significantly higher than municipal rates averaging $40 to $60 monthly in most areas. While this solution functions effectively from a technical standpoint, processing waste for approximately 21 days before requiring emptying, internet connectivity, essential for remote work or entertainment, represents the final infrastructure requirement entirely absent from the base package. This compares to average urban internet costs of $60 to $80 monthly, but delivers consistent 100 to 200 megabits per second service. Prospective buyers must carefully assess these additional infrastructure requirements against their location-based $7,997 purchase price. 4. What is Elon Musk's master plan for Tesla Village? The comprehensive solution called Tesla Village housing. It's potentially a complete reimagining of sustainable community. These controlled developments effectively eliminate the most significant barriers to tiny house adoption by providing dedicated plots with pre-installed infrastructure, centralized water purification systems backed by larger 5,000-gallon community reserves. Business model resembles a long-term Airbnb for sustainable living, depending on location and specific amenities. This arrangement eliminates the need for individual land ownership. Tesla Village appears the adoption of the company address challenges. Accommodations across Texas by late 2020. Unlike traditional housing developments requiring 30-year mortgages and significant down payments, this approach allows immediate sustainable living, offering an unprecedented entry point at just 7,000. The bureaucratic and financial barriers that have historically limited tiny house adoption. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you don't miss our upcoming videos exploring Tesla's latest innovations and sustainable living options.
Near Austin in Bastrop County, land of similar size can cost somewhere between $12,000 and $15,000 because the area is growing quickly. In eastern Utah, it might cost between $4,500 and $7,000 per acre. In Arizona's Cochise County,
banks and utility companies, the off-grid dream just became affordable for the average guy. But hold on, is this freedom really as straightforward as it sounds? Where can you legally set up this home? What are the true costs of sustainable off-grid living? And can you actually live this way permanently without legal complications coming back to haunt you? Let's find out in today's video. 1. What exactly do you get in Tesla's $7,997 tiny house that's cheaper than most used cars? $, cheaper than the nearest competing eco-home from Sundweller. Did from 85% recycled materials with premium thermal insulation rated at R23. Significantly outperforms. Powering the unit is a complete 3-kilowatt solar array, featuring 12 high-efficiency panels, coupled with 8.5 demands of 1 to 2 occupants running essential appliances, lighting, and moderate electronics used for up to 72 hours without sunlight. The advanced graphene filtration technology processes water at 2.5 liters per minute. Waste management concerns are addressed through an odorless biological toilet that processes waste using specialized enzyme technology that typically add $5,000 to $10,000 to off-grid setups, allowing owners to monitor real-time data on power production with predictive AI features for reinstallation at $599 plus $110 monthly. Where can you legally and practically position this dwelling? Do you purchase land, rent space, or navigate alternative arrangements? And what are the legal implications of each option? Whether it's the solar, the water system, or just the unbeatable price. If you want more real talk and deep dives like this, the most critical question facing potential Tesla tiny house owners isn't about the house itself. It's about where to lease purchasing rural land in states with favorable tiny home regulations. These states typically require only that your dwelling doesn't create pollution and incorporates legitimate waste management solutions. Rural land pricing varies dramatically based on location and existing infrastructure. Sized lots in Bastrop County near Austin might cost $4,500 to $7,000 per acre. Counties in Texas typically charge, while some remote New Mexico counties offer streamlined permits for as low as $500 to $900. Solar capacity, boosting each home to effective 4.5 kilowatt generation. Early reports suggest monthly rental costs between $150 to $300 for these slots, substantially less than typical housing costs while eliminating the bureaucratic hurdles of permits and inspections. Maintenance facilities covering approximately 5 to 7 acres and hosting 30 to 40 units each. Bureau of Land Management areas generally allow 14-day stays with the 28-day absence requirement before returning. 1,500 to 2,000 miles of annual relocation driving with associated fuel costical considerations that must must be carefully evaluated before investing in Tesla's competitors like Boxable's $50,000 Casita. Completely off-grid requires 4 critical systems, analysis of their capabilities, and potential expansion costs. The included 3-kilowatt solar system, standard electric cooking equipment. For comprehensive energy independence, most are $5,000 to $8,000 for similar capacity. Works effectively only in regions with consistent rainfall of at least 30 to 35 inches annually. $300 plus $150 to $200 for installation materials. Waste management appears straightforward with the included enzymatic toilet system. Many counties across the Southwest require code-compliant septic systems regardless of alternative solutions. Starlink remains the most viable option for truly remote locations, where cellular options typically provide only 5 to 25 megabits per second, with frequent interruptions in rural settings. Specific needs and regulations. Potentially adding $3,000 to $8,000 in initial cost. Off-grid community solution you haven't heard about yet? Tesla appears to be quietly devoted to the land dilemma in Texas. This project, Rep Living, designed to complement the tiny house offering. According to industry insiders familiar with the project, each Tesla Village location comes equipped with enhanced solar capacity featuring additional panels beyond the communal waste processing facilities that meet all regulatory requirements, but with complete independence. Residents purchase their Tesla tiny house owning compliance research or navigating complex permitting processes. Strategically designed sustainable energy the first develops 40 units with 25. If the initial entry into sustainable housing with minimal upfront investment beyond the base tiny house cost, $1,997 with impressive off-grid capabilities. What do you think? Would you consider living in a Tesla tiny house? Where would you place it if you bought one? Is off-grid living something you'd be willing to try despite the challenges?
These locations include added solar panels, central water purification with around 5,000 gallons of backup storage, community waste systems that meet all laws, and shared Starlink internet. The plan sounds like a long-term Airbnb, but for off-grid living. You buy your Tesla tiny house, then rent a plot in Tesla Village for around $150 to $300 monthly. This way
Tesla has just unleashed what could be the ultimate off-grid game changer. A compact tiny house priced at an astonishing $7,997. Tesla has just unveiled its groundbreaking 2025 tiny house model at an unprecedented price point of just $7,997. This compact dwelling packs impressive self-sufficient technology into a surprisingly affordable package, forming standard tiny homes that typically offer R15 insulation. The walls maintain indoor temperatures within a comfortable kilowatt-hour lithium iron phosphate battery storage capable of 3,500 plus charge cycles. The water management system incorporates an integrated rainwater harvesting system, removing 99.9% of contaminants down to 0.01 microns, requiring emptying only once every 21 days for a single occupant. All systems integrate